Alright guys, Dokkan time. So today's video is going to be going over who should you choose with your blue stones. This is kind of like a personal choice, you know. There's not really a right or wrong answer. Maybe there is for like newer players. But as far as for like older players, people that already put money into the game pretty regularly, I would say that it's a pretty obvious choice what you know is good, what you're gonna get. So, but for everybody else, people on the fence, not really sure, you got several options in here. I'd like to just kind of make my personal choices based on a couple things. So I'll try to make it as brief as possible. It is blue stones. These blue stones do cost money. You're only able to obtain a total of 2 blue stones. So that means you can either pick 1 LR from the top, or you can pick 2 true URs, TURs on the bottom. That's your choice. You only get a maximum of 2 stones, so you can either pick 1 LR or 2 on the bottom. That's it. Those are your only choices. Now, personally, if I didn't have anything from the top or the bottom row, with my knowledge of the game as it stands, I would honestly just go straight out of the way and probably pick Ultimate Gohan and the Tech Exchange Boo. They just kind of overlap a majority of the units on here in form of overall usage and just in power. So the only unit that I would highly probably suggest that you take over the bottom would probably be Gotenks. Gotenks has proven to be very good, especially since Majin Power just got like a huge buff. It's a very good category now. But anyways, let's go over some of the units and my top choices. So obviously it's all Majin Buu Saga. That is pretty much what this entire list is. It's all Majin Buu Saga units. There's one more thing before I actually get into the top 5 ones that I would suggest you choose, is that Videl is very likely to EZA come this August. Every August, Peppy Gals gets an EZA. Peppy Gal gets an EZA. They usually get a new unit. It happens every single August. And I just really feel like it's Videl's turn. I'm feeling like it's Videl's turn. So if you don't have Videl, maybe you're missing one dupe. Maybe it wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea to grab her right now. Now, mind you, Peppy Gals isn't necessarily like the best category. So, your mileage may vary on how well that EZA could be. But, once upon a time when Videl came out, she was really good. She was really good when she came out. And I feel like an EZA could make her really good again. So, with that in mind, my number 1 choice probably is going to be one of these two. So these guys are set to EZA come the new year of 2025. They did release on global in like the March period, but that's because we were behind. These units originally came out on JP, I believe, on January. Yeah, they came out on December 27th, which was technically the New Year's units for JP. So you should make sure to keep that in mind, that these two will be EZAing by January or February-ish of next year. So very much around the corner. So if you don't have either of these units, my first choice would definitely be the Super Saiyan 2 Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan 3. He is still actually very good. He can still do a very good chunk of damage. And even in 55%, you have all of this going for him. I mean, 55%, don't get me wrong, this is 55%. But he's still very good at 55%. And I feel like after an EZA, he could be just crazy, especially with all the Super Saiyan 3 support we've been getting. I wouldn't honestly doubt it if he somehow got an EZA shoved into there sooner rather than later. So, the next choices I would probably suggest are probably the Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta. They should be EZAing literally any day now. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, if these got thrown in as an EZA towards the end of the month, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised whatsoever if they just EZA'd out of nowhere as a last-second thing of quote-unquote Golden Week. It's just their Majin Buu Saga. They're 4+ years old. Actually, they're exactly 4 years old. They are overdue now. They are officially overdue any day, literally. And I just feel like we're in the middle of this Majin Buu Saga celebration, and everybody's just wondering, where the fudge is the EZA for these two? So don't be surprised if they just randomly chuck out the EZAs for this, along with the super extreme Z Awakening for the physical Kid Buu. I can see it, man. I can taste it. It's very close. So honestly, with all that in mind, you know, maybe wait a week or so. Wait for them to announce the super extreme EZA for Kid Buu. And if you don't see these guys, then maybe don't grab them. Then don't grab them. If a week from this video's release date, they don't announce these EZAs, obviously don't grab them. So, but yeah, there's Videl. But I think these are probably going to be the real top 5 right here. Now, the real top 5 is what we're talking about right here. The real top 5. All of those before, those were just like, you know, plan ahead, you know, think ahead, you know, outsmart Dokkan. Grab those units if you don't have them, because they're going to EZA very soon. But Gotenks is probably the actual number 1 choice. Probably the actual number 1 choice that I would probably go for. He is just proven left and right that he is amazing. He is just crazy nuts. And even without Big Bad Bosses active when you transform him into Ultimate Gohan, he is just a freaking wrecking ball. He's just so good. I have considered running him as a leader just so I can have 2 of them in the team. Like, seriously. I love this guy. This guy's great. And every time his art, I can hear the laughter. I can hear his laughter from the dub. Because here's a fun fact. The voice actor for Buhan originally is the same dub voice actor as Yu Yu Hakusho's freaking Yusuke. And I can just hear him go laughing every time he's charging out with his 18 key, and I just cannot not love it. So, fantastic unit. Probably the number 1 actual choice. The next choice would obviously be Goku and Vegeta that transform into Super Vegito. Very amazing, good unit once they transform. The Scouter, the Recover, the freaking counters. He's very good. He's very good. I will say that he does have a little bit of a weakness, and that is his base state as Goku and Vegeta Angel. They are just... They don't build up fast enough, in my opinion. They really don't. They do get a very large chunk when they transform, but if you're not building up with them, and you don't... They can get you caught. They can get you caught pretty quick. You know, you take this guy against Fusion Zamasu, and Fusion, they will literally get you killed from an AoE. That's just how that is. They need time to build up. It is what it is. You know, every unit has their weaknesses. It's just how units are built. You know, every unit has their weakness. But it is part of why that I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of want Buhan over Vegito at this point. It's also the leaders. Before we got the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean, there's the Super Saiyan transforming Vegeta, and everything else, he just kind of feels, I don't know, off. There's other units you want to prioritize on those teams as far as stacking goes, and sometimes when you have too many stacking units on a team, you start getting to a point where the fight drags on a little bit too much. You kind of lose the pacing of the fight at that point. Not every fight you can just, you know, take your time and stack constantly. We're not in that part of the game isn't built like that anymore. So I do love this Vegito though. He is fantastic. He is fun. He is good. He's got great animations. He's got a decent leader skill, especially now that Majin Buu Saga has gotten this huge buff from this Golden Week celebration. He is definitely a very good choice. It's just, I just love this Buu over him so much more. I love the Majin units now. I love Majin power. The next choice would probably be this Intelligence Gotenks. Once you get past his Rinka-Dink base and Super Saiyan form and you get to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he's just absurdly good. He is just so good. He's just so good at Super Saiyan 3. He's also a special pose, and probably in August, we will potentially be getting Topo on Global. specifically. And if you're a JP player, you know, if you don't have this guy already, you probably are you've already grabbed him. You probably already grabbed him if you're a JP player. He's very good. Key plus 3 attack and defense, 300%, 50% chance to crit, additionals built in, 70% chance to dodge, increased chance to dodge within dodging of the turn. Greatly raising attack and defense for 4 turns. I mean, he's good. He's cool. He's good. This is actually Gotenks. The tech Gotenks is he's okay, but I personally prefer this intelligence Gotenks over the tech one right now. The next 2 choices would obviously be Majin Buu Exchange. He's just absurdly good. He tanks virtually everything in the game. He's dodging and sealing in the second form. You know, you can really he's very versatile with that. He's very versatile. You can stay in this state and keep the dodge if you so choose, keeping the sealing potential, keeping the dodge chance. He's even got a 70% chance to stun the attacked enemy. Mind you, that's only for the turn, but he still has it. So, I mean, he's a very versatile unit. And then once you go into his super form, the dude is just ridiculous. He massively raises attack for 3 turns. You have any idea how much damage he can do on a 2-turn cycle? As soon as he gets ramped up and keeps that super attack going, he's doing like 30 mil. he's very good. He's very good. He's very good. But then, of course, then there's Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate Gohan is crazy. He's absurdly good, absurdly amazing. You can obviously grab both of these units at the same time because they cost 1 blue stone, whereas the LRs cost 2. So if you had to choose, you can only choose Buhan or Vegito. Whereas with these 3, you can choose to grab Tech Exchange Buu and Gotenks, or you can grab Gotenks and Ultimate Gohan, or Ultimate Gohan and Tech Exchange Blue. So it's entirely up to you at that point. I do like Gohan Teen. Gohan Teen is great. He's fantastic. I don't think that he has a great link partner because his only link partner is himself, which is the new AGL LR Ultimate Gohan. Most people will not be rocking him, unfortunately. A lot of people do like this LR Ultimate Gohan, and I do too. My only issue is like, he's not on a lot of 200% teams. He's on the Majin Buu Saga team. He needs all of the Majin Buu Saga team units. He even links very well with the Beast Gohan that's coming to 9th anniversary on Global. But the problem is they only share so many categories and not a lot of teams. So I do like this Ultimate Gohan, but he's not the answer to Gohan to me. I do like this Gohan. This Gohan stands on his own. He does well. He holds the team together. He can carry the team at a certain point, but he's got to stack, of course. As long as he's stacking, this Ultimate Gohan he is him. He is him. He's a very fantastic unit. You don't want to miss out on him if you don't have him. Even at 55%, this dude holds himself. I would honestly say both of these units are 55% friendly. They kind of just play themselves, no issues. Gotenks, I will say, he kind of wants dupes. He really does. He wants dupes. He wants to dodge more. He wants to get more additionals. That's just kind of what you want to run with. You want dupes for Gotenks. But as far as these two go, if you don't have either Tech Exchange Buu or Ultimate Gohan over here, Z-Sword Gohan, you need to grab them. You really do. You should not be leaving the celebration without these 2 units. I feel like they're going to be very useful for the content to come throughout the rest of the year and 9th anniversary, of course. So, I guess that's going to be it for, like, I guess the top 10. I started this off thinking I was going to make, like, a top 5, but in all honesty, when you split it into 2 different categories, like, you know, top 5 units that could potentially easy A, you know, Videl, Vegeta, and Goku, and then Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. All of these units could easy A at any second right now, and that's not a joke. So top 5 units to, you know, future-proof yourself, or, you know, go for units that if you're actually missing, maybe you're missing dupes for some of them, entirely up to you. But these are the top 10 choices that I would suggest grabbing with your blue stones if you have them and have chosen to purchase them. They are about $45 a piece, so I mean, 2 of those stones are costing you virtually $100. Oh. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Let me know what units you grabbed with the blue stones. And as far as the rest of the units go, please don't waste those blue stones on a freaking Elder Kai. Grab dupes no matter what. I mean, at least grab dupes to fix hidden potential. Something more worth than a freaking 1 SA level up. I don't think it's worth spending on the Goten. Goten's worthless. Even after easying, that tech Goten will probably be garbage. Same thing with the Supreme Kai and Kibito. As much as I give respect to Kibito as a character in the show and the manga, I don't feel like that unit will be good even after easying. The Goten and Trunks STR could potentially get a good easy A, but they were kind of underwhelming on release, so I don't have high hopes for their easy A. Majin Vegeta isn't going to be easying for maybe another year or two, potentially. It's really hard to say. It could be a while before we see an easy A for Majin Vegeta. So you got plenty of time. He'll be on other banners. And as far as all the other LRs go, aside from the blue fusions, aside from the blue fusions, I'm just not seeing the worth. I know people are gonna attack me. Don't attack me. I don't like the Kaioken, Goku, and Evo Blue Vegeta physical LR. I don't like them. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed by that unit. I'm not impressed by that unit. I would take the blue fusions. I would take the Monkey Boys. I would take the Go Bros. I would take Vegito and Gotenks all over the Kaioken Blue and Evo Vegeta. I would take it any day of the week. I would take any of those other freaking 3, 6, 7 units. The only LRs on there that are actually worthless though is probably the intelligence and physical Super Saiyan Goku and Vegetas. They could be getting super easy A's before every other unit on that on the LR list right there, but I still just don't feel like they're good enough to grab right now. You have plenty of time before you'll see a super easy A for those units, and I just feel like you can grab something better. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day and a good night.